Hello everyone, let's say hello to everyone who is not here in the online. Our family, we're sending to you hello and Shabbat Shalom. Quick recovery. I hope to see you all here soon. So right now here we are not a lot of people who came today, but Jesus said that when there is 2 or 3 people who are meeting together in the name of Jesus, He will be between us. So many people now are sick. Some of the people are even in the hospitals, but we know that very soon we all gonna come back to ourselves and everything gonna be better. Everyone will receive the healing. And we are praying, and we know that everyone who is here in the house, we all staying in praise. So we are trust God. So in this week I went to the Bible and I opened in the book of Job, chapter number 30. And there is said about the situation that Job was feeling and went through, and how he described his situation.
And now my life ebbs away. Days of suffering grip me. Night pierces my bones. My gnawing pains never rest. In His great power, God becomes like clothing to me. He binds me like the neck of my garment. He throws me into the mud, and I am reduced to dust and ashes. I cry out to you, God, but you do not answer. I stand up, but you merely look at me. You turn on me ruthlessly. With the might of your hand, you attack me. You snatch me up and drive me before the wind. You toss me about in the storm. I know you will bring me down to death, to the place appointed for all the living. Surely no one lays a hand on a broken man when he cries for help in his distress. Have I not wept for those in trouble? Has not my soul grieved for the poor? Yet when I hoped for good, evil came. When I looked for light, then came darkness. The churning inside me never stops. Days of suffering confront me. I go about blackened, but not by the sun. I stand up in the assembly and cry for help. I have become a brother of jackals, a companion of owls. My skin grows black and peels. My body burns with fever. My lyre is tuned to mourning, and my pipe to the sound of wailing.
Oh my God, Job, what is going on with you? We remember he was righteous. And do you remember that God let the devil to touch him, to touch Job? God said to the devil, you can touch everything he has, except his soul. What means he cannot kill him. And yes, then Job just lost everything he had. His kids, the house, the richness. And then he was really sick. And then here in the Bible where we were reading right now, chapter number 30, he is describing what he was feeling and what he went through. And look how hard and pain it was for him. He said that all his bones are pain. Everything is breaking him from inside. I'm lost, God, you just throwed me. And then he said that he feels like God doesn't listening to him anymore. And when I was reading this part, I really understood that sometimes we're passing through things in our life, a feeling like the heaven, the sky is closed for us, and we are feeling like God doesn't listening to us anymore. Do you know what I'm talking about? This feeling like, for example, you are sick and you are not got recovered. Like Job said, it's throwing you like a storm from side to side. You are not understand what is going on in your life. And you know what God told me? I really said, God, I really know this feeling. The feeling and the situation that Job's saying here. But you know what was the words of God to me? He said, look to the end. Look on the end of the story. We always should look not what we have right now, but on the end of the story. We don't know what will be, but we know that the end is on the hands of God. And if we're looking at the story of Job, we can see what was the end of him. It says in chapter number 42, the words are that God was blessing the end of the life of Job more than what he was blessed him in all his life. The second part of his life was more blessed than the first one. Many people are saying that they were suffering the biggest part of their life. But I want to prophet to someone today that even if it seems like your life was bad and you were suffering a lot, so I want to remind you this sentence in chapter number 42, sentence number 12, that God blessed the life of Job, the second part of his life, more than he were blessing him in the first part. So if your first part of your life, I don't know how many years, 20, 30, 40 years, so wait for the second part of your life. You still have it in the future. And then that just depends on you, what part of your life you're gonna look at. So you were sick a lot, you were struggling, you were going from storm to storm. But okay, this was in the past. Now look at your future. To the second part of your life that is still before you. Your future, your hope. And I really like how God gave me this hope. And then we can see that Job had kids, he had a house, he had everything again, even more. God gave him everything that was stolen from him. Job was living for 140 years more and he saw all his kids and the grand-grandsons. He was living really good at the second part of his life until a deep old. That means that he died because he was old. So now we know that even if we have a bad times, we're going through something really bad in our life. We are crying, we don't understand what is going on. We are saying that's it, no more. Complaining and saying many words like we see here Job were saying. He was telling you, God, you did it really bad to me, why you left me, why you throw me away. But who knew that in his future God gonna give him everything and even better? Job didn't know it. But Job always were saying that he gonna get only good from God. When his wife were saying him, throw away from your life God, cure him and everything, don't pay attention to this. What Job said to her, that she is crazy. God gave us, God took from us, let the name of God to be blessed. Give the praise the Lord. So let's keep give him the respect because he knows what is good for us. Many times we are focused on our problems, the problems that we have right now and here, in the physical reality. But as I was praying right now with you guys, as we were praying today, I said that we are believing in the invisible, the same invisible future that Job had, that all he were supposed to do is just to wait for it, to pass through the period that the devil just destroy everything in his life. But then at the end, God blessed him even more than everything that he blessed him in all his life. He had a lot more after the blessing from God than what he had before the destroying of the devil. So many times we are going into a bad days, bad times, some problems. Do not look on the physical reality of right now. Believe in the invisible. Believe that God gonna bless you more than what you have right now. Can you agree with me? So let's keep going to our message for today because this is not what we're gonna talk about today. It was just to make you guys to be stronger in this time. I know that even the people that are not with us right now and they are in their houses, they can be sick, they have some problems, but they are going through some things. Because when a person is pain and hurtful and going through things like this, he has to be with a lot of faith. And I believe that everyone who is part of our family here, he knows how to deal with this and they have enough faith to go through everything. You know, in the last week I heard something that someone told me that he said, what does it matter if you will be sick and you're gonna stay at your home? Or you're gonna be sick and you're gonna go out of your house and to serve God. Anyway, you are sick already, but you have two choices. Or to lay in your bed all day and to stop to do everything that you were doing before because you are sick and you are tired and you cannot do nothing and just to stay there, disconnect from everything. Or to stand up, to be strong and even to keep do right things and good things for God. The sickness has two options, or to put you in the bed and to disconnect you from everything, to stop you from all your services, or you are deciding that even if you are sick, you can keep doing your things and keep serve. So I believe that we are part of the second category that I just said. So we are gonna keep going. So my message today gonna be really strong and with prophetic messages. And the name of the message will be Exposure of the Fourth Kingdom. I know that the churches doesn't like to talk about this. The pastors doesn't like to talk about this. They all like to say nice words, good things for the sheep, the people who coming to the church, to be, comfortable and not feeling in danger. But we are living in a hard and scary time. We actually can see the deterioration. And we cannot be silent about this. Because if we are not gonna talk about this, no one else gonna talk about this. Who we gonna serve? There is no neutral territory. The choose is or the light or the darkness. We are going closer and closer between the war between the light and the darkness. Each of us should do the maximum of this season. A normal church, what does it mean? God doesn't build anymore a normal churches. He is building something special, non-normal. Non-normal for the eyes of the Christianity. Because we made a standard what is a normal church. A normal church today is a section where we put God in frames. But God is not normal for the people or for the humanity. He is more than us. He is more than this all. So if we actually want a normal church, we want a section. But this is not what God building today. An unusual church, non-normal church, is not playing with the enemy. The section is playing with the enemy. The religion is going there too. It's already have a meeting, like a meeting dinner, to talk about some subjects with the devil, with the enemy, to make some negotiation with him. An unusual church will never do this. These people are following the holiness of God. How not profitable is to be and to follow the holiness of God. Those people who putting all them energy in one thing, to save more souls of people. But for this, the church of the last times should have the jealousy for God. 100% of dedication, prophetic spirit, a lot of braveness. And they should to promise God that they will never put the sword on the side until Jesus is gonna come back. We have a mission here, and now with all those sickness around us and many problems in our life, all the missions that God gave us to our life, we put them on the side right now. All our focus now is on another things, on ourselves, on how we're going out of this sickness. And this is not bad to take care of yourself when you are sick. But there is something that's going on around us. Doesn't matter if you are in your bed right now or you are in the church today. You are still living in this world. Then everything that's happening around us is touching you too. And today we should promise God that doesn't matter what's gonna come to us and what's gonna happen to us. Do we put our sword on the side? To put all our instruments that God gave us on the side? The opposite, we should have all those instruments, all the swords that we have, that He gave us, to have it on us and to be ready for everything. We have to hold it in our hands, we cannot put it on the side. Even if it's pain for you right now and you are sick and you are feeling bad, or something is going on in your life. I right now going through something not so easy. I will open this in front of you right now and I will tell you. Your pastor, Nathan, is already 4 weeks in the hospital. He had a really hard surgery. Don't worry, he doesn't have corona. But he is there already for 4 weeks. And I also going through some hard period in my life. Every day I'm going to the hospital to visit my husband, to take care of him. I need to take care of the church. And I have 4 kids that I need to take care of them too. I need to take care of my house and my family. It's an hard period. But I always saying, God, I don't want to take the focus from you. I don't want to lose the main mission of my life. And every day I have some prophet thing that I'm doing when I'm waking up in every morning. I see the numbers on my screen, 0711. Do you know what this means, those numbers? It's the 7th of November. It's the day of my birthday. And every day God starting my day from the moment that He reminding me what I was born for. When I see this date, it's a prophetic reminder from God for me not to forget for what I was born. Every day I'm renewing my power from God for to start the new day and to move again. Sometimes it sounds like, okay, what those pastors are going through. They are all dressing so nice, always going to the stage, so happy, giving some message, always smiling, always happy. And my dear, I want to tell you something. Only God, the one who really knows what is going on in the life of the pastor outside of this stage. And I'm not talking just about myself. I have many pastors, friends, that they are going through hard things right now. Some of them are old and family are sick in COVID-19. Some of them are going through hard times and hard things in the churches. And this period is not easy. But I'm telling you this not for you to feel bad for the pastors, but for you to understand what is the power of God. When doesn't matter what, even if it feels like all the hell is standing in front of you and fighting with you, and it feels like all the life just breaking in front of your eyes. But with all this, you are just going and keep doing the mission that God put you to do. Every day remember the date of your birthday and remember for what you were born for. And I want to tell you this, guys, to know that you are stronger and for you to remember this every day. And this is gonna give you more power to go ahead, to keep live for the high quality, for the high things that God put you to do. So God reminded me to something that He opened for me in 2019. And I never shared this with no one because I was feeling like we are not ready yet for. But this was already before the COVID-19. It was before we knew even that all the world gonna sit in quarantines. It was in around summer of 2019. God was talking with me a lot about the fourth kingness. So what is the fourth kingness? What does it mean and where it came from? Let's start from the beginning. Let's open the book of Daniel, chapter number 2, sentence number 40.
Finally, there will be a fourth kingdom, strong as iron. For iron breaks and smashes everything, and as iron breaks things to pieces, so it will crush and break all the others.
Here, the prophet Daniel was talking about some fourth kingness that will be strong as an iron, that will destroy everything on her road. I was talking about this a lot in the messages before, and I said that right now is really the time of the fourth kingness. The fourth kingness is a new organization of the world that is going right now. The devil is trying to work on this and trying to go and to push it for the fourth kingness to go ahead and to succeed to him. Do you think that the coronavirus came here by mistake, for nothing, for no reason? Of course, it's an instrument of the enemy to work on this. The vaccine is just a way to put the people, the humanity, under some laws and organization. And if we are as a church will close our eyes for this, and we will say, I don't want to go into politics, I don't want to see what is going around me. Listen, you don't have any choice, because now even when the vaccination came here, they making you to do it. You are no outside of this. And they are making me to do it too, if you want it or if you don't. The coronavirus came and he was able to touch believers and not believers. And this is I always saying that we cannot close ourselves in a closed community and not to have nothing to do with this, because it's coming to us too. And we can understand that the fourth keenness of the enemy is not just on the way to be built. It's already building, and it's already on the top of the level of this almost. As Daniel said, that he's gonna destroy, he's gonna break things. Do you see how the government already breaking and destroying the people? Look where we came because everything was going on around us. It's a fall of the socio-economical. It's a lot of work that doesn't exist anymore because of this. It's many things that happening around us. And it's going just to break the humanity. The coronavirus didn't just took lives. It was also a big economic fall. And I have a big question to God all the time. So what the church should do? Where we are taking a part of this? Do we just need to sit and to look with our eyes what is going on? Or we should do something? And I understand that the enemy is making his way. The Antichrist is not just will come one day. He is already on his way. Can you understand? He is making his way to be ready. He is waiting for his coronation. And nothing is new here. God has his worshippers. The enemy, the devil, want the same. He wants also people to worship him. God has a church who is making ready his way to come. The devil want the same. He want that people and servers of him gonna make his way to come ready. The way of Lucifer, the way of Antichrist. He never invents something new. He copied everything from God. Everything he saw in God, he wanted to have it the same for himself, for his kingness. And this fourth kingness is just making build around ourselves. And here we are a church that here in the peace of God, right? We have a power and an instrument of God. We can recover the things that the devil wants to do against us. As Paul said, we don't know all the minds of the evil. But the churches today just doesn't know nothing. They know only three things. How not to be sick, how to live the life right, and some more meetings between them just to make fun and to worship together, and that's it. Just to make relax the mind and the feeling of them. To fix the problem of the families, because we have so many problems. And I don't have time and power for all the problems of the people around. And let there be even the fourth and the fifth kingdoms. Who care? What I have to do with this? I have my problems right here. What I have to do with those problems? And at the time that the church was sitting like this, let's say even the last 15 years, and was licking her pains in the leg like the dog's doing, I'm so thankful for God that we have the Reformation right now. 15, 16 years ago, people like the Transformation Center, they started to shake the body of the Christ, all the churches, and they were saying, take the focus out of yourselves and put it on God. And those reformators, they made us to come back to the life in the Christ. Because we didn't have the life in the Christ. What we had? We actually had a life, and on the side we had the Christ, separate, sometimes on Fridays. And they brought back the way of the Reformation, the life in Jesus Christ, that we have a personal relationship with Jesus. But the Reformation never ended. Now our way never ended. The opposite, because when we started to be so close to God, God started to open us his secrets of his kingness. Because before, what the church was not able to hear or to listen, to get, now the church is able to do it. And God wants us not to focus on ourselves, but to take the focus around us and to see what is going on right now in the world. Can you pay attention how the devil did it all? What does it mean to recover the mind of the devil? To recover his ideas, his plans. Prophets, this is yours work. This is your mission. To recover the kingness of the devil. To recover, to open all his minds for us to know what he's thinking. Look, at the beginning the devil came into the churches to divide between the people, between the servers of God. He brought the toxic of the religion. He put the toxic inside the church. Look how he's working now. Now when we have the Reformation already. The church started to restart herself. The bride of God changed her clothes and started to walk closer to Jesus. The devil understood that there is no anymore the toxic of the religion in the church. It doesn't work anymore. And he went to the level of the world. He made the way of the Antichrist to come. At the time that we are sleeping in the night, waking up in the morning, one more day passing, he has one more stone putting on his way and on his wall that he building there. And the question is, our function as a church is to make the road of Jesus to be ready, to go against the kingness of the devil. You know what? I even will tell you, the church cannot stop the building of the fourth kingness of the devil. Maybe some charismatic Christians, they are praying in the name of Jesus, I'm destroying this kingness, I'm destroying these buildings. We are throwing you away, the devil, from our land. Oh my God, start to do it. Start to throw the devil out and to see him in everything, to think about him. Listen, there is a book that's called Revelation. There is prophets that they are propheting on those days, on the last days. And what's supposed to happen will happen. But we need to make the war. And other people can say whatever will be, will be. Why we need to fight? Let's put our instruments on the side and let's just relax. To wait for the end. Let's just wait for Jesus to come. The other just fighting without end, just doesn't stop, doesn't thinking what they're doing, just fighting, fighting and fighting. There is no middle, there is no normal. Why not to pray and to build the way of Jesus? We are in the mission of John the Baptizer. Whenever the kingness of the devil is keep working on this and they are keep building this, we're gonna keep to do our mission and we will not stop because we will make the road of Jesus to be ready. We're gonna work for him. Let's open Daniel number 7, sentence number 23.
The fourth beast is a fourth kingdom that will appear on earth. It will be different from all the other kingdoms and will devour the whole earth, trampling it down and crushing it.
So here he's saying about the fourth kingdom and explaining more how it will be. And I have a question. Someone here knows if you ever lived through times like this? Because I never. I was not even imagining my worst dreams that will be times like this. Here is saying that the fourth kingness, the time of this, it will be different from another times. It was many different times in the world. It was a hard times. For example, the falling of the Soviet Union, or some people that they were in the Second World War. It was different times in the world. But a time like this, it's never been yet. And now I want to wake up the church and to pay you attention. That we are living in a time when the devil is building his kingness. We can see the new laws, we can see how the government, we can see everything around. Everything is going to destruction, to destroy the humanity. If before the government really was taking care of the people, now everything is the opposite. And here you can see some draw that I did that it shows two triangles. I saw it in the spirit, so one triangle is going up to the sky and one is the opposite to the ground. The base of the triangle that going up, at the base of this, I draw there a church. I wrote a church. The churches that here in the land, that has the ability to raise up the people, the nation. It's raising people up to God. What the church doing is raising up, it's healing, taking away the blindness, making people to be closer to God, to the sky, to the heaven. Salvation, love, and hope. The function of the church is to raise up the people from the land to the heaven. How we are doing this? Our prophetic service Everything we're doing here in the land is bringing the people up to the heaven, making them closer to God, to Jesus, to the Holy Spirit. Do you think that all your praise are staying here in the land? No, they are going up straight to God. With those praise, everything is raising up. All the people that you are praying for, why they pray are not going down. The opposite is raising up. The other triangle that is going to the down, you can see on top of this is the fourth kingness. Everything is the opposite here. Everything is pressing to the down, breaking, destroying the politic, the economic, the social, bringing sickness, bringing poor, without work. Here I wrote social, worth 0. Now I will tell you what I have opened from God about this. One time when I was praying for Israel at the time of the prayer, God showed me a picture that today the fourth kingness, the new organization of the devil of the world, the government is dividing the people to few different levels. The most low level of these things that they are gonna separate, or they are separating the thing already, is 0. It's a social level that's worth 0. It's people that the government doesn't winning on them nothing. What does it mean? Let's say it's people that they are, for example, living under the poor economic. It's a people that they are invalid, that they are living on the money of the country, for example. It's even Christians. Do you know why many Christians gonna go out and to go down to this 0 level? Because most of the Christians are not rich, or let's say in another word, nor business owners. Not many of Christian or of the body of the Christ are business owners, right? No many rich. So also to this category, not just the Christian, also all the religion can be in this category. The Jewish families, for example, right? They have a lot of kids, and all this called social 0. And God showed me this, and He said that in this category of social 0 will be a lot of Christians. This is the level that the government will not pay attention too much for them, and it will destroy them the first. The nation is divided to those social things, categories. They did it a long time ago, and they wrote it by categories already a long time ago. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. And the level of the 0 is the first category that gonna try to destroy. The coronavirus took a lot of lives of old people. It was part of this category. It was a social 0 that doesn't work for the government and doesn't work for the kingness of the darkness. When I start to understand this picture and putting in my mind, I see already all the pressing from this kingness, and the pressing will go more and more, and this pressing will give a death. And this is, I'm calling this the darkness kingness. So there is 2 triangles. One, the base is the church, that going raise up the people up, giving hope, love, and we gonna work and to do the mission of John the Baptist to make the road of Jesus to come. The second triangle that going down is the fourth kingness, that gonna push and press all the humanity down and to destroy, starting from the social 0, and it's all gonna work on the politic, economic, and all the works. All this gonna go down. And those 2 are opposite completely. You see, the triangles are the same. Just one kingness going up to God, and the other one is going down. And today, we are as a church doesn't understand what is our mission. I want to know if you know what is your mission. Is your house is in the mission? Is your heart is in the mission? Where is your mission in all this? When around you all this destroying, where are you as a believer? In this God project, the building of the kingness, we can decide that we want to sit and not to do nothing, and everything around gonna destroy more and more. The kingness, the fourth kingness, gonna be stronger and stronger, and the iron gonna be heavier. The weight gonna be stronger and much higher. Look, many churches was not able to go through the coronavirus, and this is just was the beginning. The pressing of all this they were not able to go through. I want to ask what is the next? Because the fourth kingness is getting stronger and stronger. Every day. Every day I have a choice. For what I gonna pray today? Ask yourself, what you gonna pray today for? For what? Okay, for yourself, you lovely yourself? Okay, I know, of course. For everyone to be not sick, to be healthy. For the coronavirus not to touch no one around me. That everyone who gonna do the vaccine, nothing gonna happen to him. Can you see? This is all our prayers, right? Where is our focus? Of course, we have a pressing on our head. You going out, there is a pressing on you. You putting a mask, there is pressing on you. You taking a little bit the mask out, there is pressing on you. Everywhere you going, there is pressing. In the work, you came to the work, everyone talking about the vaccine. You going to the shop, everyone talking about the coronavirus. You have this pressing 24/7. Doesn't matter how cool Christian you will be. You still gonna have this pressing. Even if you are not reading the news, you still gonna listen to this everywhere. You even don't need to listen to this. You're just going out and you see this mask on everyone. Including you have to put it too. You already have some pressing. You need to be like a dog not to bite no one with this mask. You know what is said about this? That maybe the government was putting on you the mask, but they also started to be muted all the Christians. You can put a mask on me. I'm listening to the laws, right? But to close my mouth to talk about those things, to recover the fourth kingness, I will not able to do. Give the respect to God. And if we are, understand what we're doing here, that we are recover this, then we can understand that we have the key of the recoverness. Right now, when I'm saying this message, what I'm doing, I'm recovering, I'm taking the covers, and I don't care what will be. We don't want to talk about this, right? It's not so nice. We don't want to know what the enemy is planning to destroy the social of the weak people. We don't want to talk about the economic and the life and the health can be under this danger. But we need to be ready for that it will not be so good soon, it will be worse. I don't want to hold the church in illusion that tomorrow will be easier than today. But I know that if today we will be strong and we're gonna hold Jesus stronger and hold the mission, because I know that Jesus want the church to make his mission. I'm not looking how the kingness of the darkness is building. I already see it without trying. I'm focusing on this and how we need and we should make the way of Jesus to come, to make his way ready. We need to be like John the Baptizer. To the world that Jesus came, nothing was perfect. But one crazy guy, that his name was John, stand and went to the river and started to baptize the people and to call them to come back to God. And I'm feeling that each of us, he is like John, that maybe now we need to stand and go to the river maybe in the house, the river of maybe the work, the river of the city, and to start to call the people to God, to come back to God. Here in Daniel 7, sentence number 25, we can read this thing. He will speak against the Most High and oppress his holy people and try to change the set times and the laws. The holy people will delivered into his hand for a time, times and half a time. Can you tell me someone here in the last year, who of you were celebrated the holidays, the Jewish holidays? What was in all the holidays? Quarantine. You could stay only in your house. Everything was closed. Who was able to meet his friends? In the time of the holidays, no one. So you think that these things that Daniel's saying here is not for our times? About what four kingdoms Daniel is talking here? That will be so different from everyone. And here we can see even that the fourth kingdom will stand even against all the high people. And then he said that all the holy people will be bothered by this. The church was suffering a lot through this coronavirus, right? So this is just the beginning. And I'm asking a question. Today they are telling you cannot breathe without a mask. Today you cannot celebrate the holidays anymore. Today you cannot meet more than 10 people in one place. So you cannot have a meeting of church. Sometimes you even cannot move from city to city. And tomorrow, they will tell you not to do nothing anymore. Maybe you, the church, they will tell you you cannot exist anymore. I have a question, what we gonna do then? When the law will be, let's say the news of Israel, something gonna say like this. The churches in Israel, X, that's it. Done. All the meetings are done. No more holidays. The question is if the church will stay then and will exist still. I know what church will stay. The church that went into the mission, that decided not to put the instruments until Jesus will not come, will not appear here. I know that will stay a church, will stay people that they will preach, as John the Baptizer was doing, to stand in the rivers of the cities and will preach the truth, will not hide and will not be afraid from the quarantines, will not be hiding in the house. Only this church will survive. And this is the plan of Jesus. The question is what you giving to the devil to succeed in your life. And we don't care what he's thinking because we will not cancel nothing. Into another thing, I want to talk about angels. We are not preaching them enough. Why we need them, why they were sent by God to us. We can do it by ourselves, right? But we can read about this in the Bible. This is a spirit that God sending to us to help us. Let's read Daniel number 12 from sentence 1.
Chapter 12. At that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress such as has not happened from the beginning of nations until then. But at that time, your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered.
I know that now is the time that we need to call to the angel Michael for his help. Here we can see that Michael, he is an angel that is standing by the people of God. He is the responsible angel of the people of God, of Israel, on the land of Israel. We need to call for his help, for him to stand with his armies on this land. And here we said that all the names that will be written in the book of the life will be saved. And our mission is to take care that many people, many souls will be written on this book, because then they will be saved. And the Michael, the angel, can give us help. And he is able to stand for the sons of our nation. Listen, we need a help from the heaven. We need an army from the heaven. Look how Daniel was working with Michael. It's not the first time he was talking about him. Do you remember that he was waiting for Michael 21 days and then he came to him? I know and waiting for the help from him, that God is gonna send his for us and we're gonna have this help for the church and for our mission. Listen, this is very important because we are ignoring this. Do you know that each of us has an angel? Every one of us has an angel that God sent to us. There are also angels for families. The angel that is responsible on my house, on my family. There are angels for church. There are angels who are standing on the gate of the cities. Angels of territories. And Michael is the minister angel of all Israel. His responsibility is to take the security of Israel. Here Daniel saying that he's standing for the sons of God, for the people of God. Yours, your nation, my dear Israelis. Let's open Isaiah 42, sentence number 18.
Hear, you deaf, look, you blind, and see. Who is blind but my servant, and deaf like the messenger I send? Who is blind like the one committed to me, blind like the servant of the Lord? You have seen many things, but have paid no attention. Your ears are open, but you hear nothing. It pleased the Lord, for the sake of his righteousness, to make his law great and glorious.
Who God talking to? The servers of Jesus, of God here in the land, is the church. They were sent by God. And he is saying, who is so blind like my servers? Listen, the fourth kingness, the new organization of the world, Every Christian can see. But look what God's saying here. You saw a lot, but you never pay attention. Now the church took the position of not to pay attention. The people gonna come to the pastors and will say, you pastor, you never told us this. You never talked about this. You never teach us. You were not paying attention. You were busy in your things. To healing the souls or to make yourself feel better. We were not doing our function and our mission because our pastors were not teaching us this. What is the mission of the church in the land? Is it? I'm saying now to the pastors, doesn't matter however you want or no, to take care of your church and to let them not to listen to nothing anymore. You will tell them not to read some things. The people are still living in this world. We are not from this world, but we are living in this world. We cannot be blind and deaf anymore, and not to pay attention what the devil and the Antichrist are doing right now in the world. The Antichrist is on his way for his coronation. What is going on right now in the world just shows that the fourth kingness exists and is already building himself so strong and growing every day, and not even by days, by hours. And I'm not afraid to say it. Let everyone hear what I'm saying right now, because this opened for us by God, and I can see it. You saw a lot, but you never pay attention. Your ears were open, but you never listen. Everyone who has ears will listen what God's saying to the church. Today is the time to listen to Him. This is not a joke. We are living inside this. You know what is the function of the church in 2 words? Setting free. What means taking everything that the devil, the enemy, stole from her. Give it back to us. Listen, it's very interesting for me. Imagine yourself walking in the street and then someone jumping on you and stealing everything you have. Your bag. And running away from you. What are you gonna do? You know how bad feeling is this? No one stole from me nothing, never. They doesn't have what to steal, but never mind. The enemy is always trying to steal from me things. You know, spiritual. But it's never succeeded to him. I have good looks. And in my physical life, as I remember, no one never stole from me nothing. My mother always telling me why your house is always open. I never locking my door. Everyone already knows it. Come in, take whatever you want. And to houses like this, no one going in because they are like, okay, if it's open and not locked, there is nothing to find. And really, no one is stealing from me nothing because there is nothing special. So imagine this picture, you walking in the street, someone's jumping on you, stealing your bag. You have your credit cards, your money, all your things are inside. Documents. You're like, doesn't matter, okay, they stole it, so never mind. What actually is happening, you're leaving everything around, doesn't care about what is going on and just running after this guy. Your eyes with fire, you're gonna scream, someone gonna help me. Help me, SOS, help me, this guy's stealing from me the bag. Do you? You don't think you're gonna act like this? Or you're gonna say, too bad, never mind. I know some Christians like this that they gonna bless the guy and say, okay, take the money for you for your medicine. This is how they are blessing the guy that stole. But I'm talking about the normal people. That if someone gonna steal from them something in the street, they will not just scream. They gonna run after him and they gonna get him. And maybe they gonna hit him few times. But why we need to do it? We are Christians, we are so nice. Why we need to ask from someone to give us something back that he stole from us? Look, the devil gonna steal from you everything and you're gonna tell, take it, never mind. And this position is wrong. Jesus gave us the power for the church to take this mission, this position. And the church will give this setting free from the things that the devil stole. I'm looking around myself and I see a robbed people, robbed nation. And at the same time, I see that we have a function that we are not going into too much and we don't know about this enough. We have to enter into this function today to uncover the darkness. Even if you're gonna just start to talk about this fourth kingness, about the darkness that the devil bringing to the world, and then we will not hide what is going on. We will not be afraid from the reaction of the other people. We have the key of recover. We have the key of taking back. We have the key of setting free. We are a church that has a mission to recover, and as Daniel said here, we're gonna have a lot of souls writing in the life book. If we will not take care of this, that it will be many names there in the book of the life, that means that we will not make our function to come true. Look, if we're gonna look at our country, for example, we have many groups, organizations of security. It's insurances, hospitals, police that taking care of your life, security, the ambulances, doctors, and all those organizations are organizations that taking care about your life, about your care. Insurance that giving you the insurance of life, for example. If someone doing to you something bad, you are afraid about your life, you are calling to the police. They are secure you, right? And I have a question. It's very interesting. So in the world, there are organizations that insurance your life, secure your life, taking care of your health. All of these, they are a secure, safe things for your life. But there is one organization that for me is including everything of all those things that I just said. And this is the church, that taking care of your health, curing you, secure you from the devil because it's standing for you in a praise. So I have this question, is the church of those days is really taking the function that she should take? Like the police taking of your life, like the ambulance, like the hospitals? Absolutely no. The question is no. And I have so much jealousy. When I wrote this message, I said, God, I really want us to take this mission and to be this organization that bringing the people around the nation to set them free. The salvation of Jesus, to bring them the salvation of Him and all the things that He told us to do. Today the nation is robbed. There is no hope. Do you know how is to live without hope? It's a lost person. A person doesn't have what to lose anymore if he lost his hope. So imagine to yourself how scary it's to live in a society with people that doesn't have what to lose. It's to live in a scary place like a zoo. And this is exactly what the devil wants to come to. For us not to live inside a humanity society. He wants us to live inside a place that it actually feels like in the zoo because no one around us has hope. And the person that doesn't have what to lose, he becoming to live as an animal. He gonna move just by the instincts. And then the time's gonna come. The time when a brother gonna kill his brother. Like the blood of evil was going down from him because of Cain, his brother. Do you understand what kind of times are coming soon? And we're just sitting here, hallelujah, hallelujah. We have to change our mind, our thinking, to understand who we are. Jesus set us free. He is our salvation, and He gave us a mission to give the salvation to another people. If now you can give salvation to someone, and then you bringing back the thing that the devil stole from God, this guy, this person that he stole, that doesn't believe in God, and you're gonna bring him back to Jesus. Your people, your nation, the church today should prophetic to stand up and to say, give us back. Give back the souls. Give back the people who left God. How many people we know around us? Each of us know. People who knew God and now they are not with Him. They left Him and went to the world. Now it's the time to start to pray for them, to bring them back. How many people we know that we were preaching them, but they never heard this there. They never listened. Now they are in the bad times. Now is the time that they have to listen again to salvation. When you are talking with someone about the salvation, about Jesus, you're already giving them this. This is the time to start to do it. And if the church will go into her function, we will see how we're gonna start to move up to the heaven. We're gonna move people from here, from the land to up to God. Our praise, our worships, our loyalty. This is why what destroying all the plans of the evil. Now it's the time to start to work, not just many years just to plan what to do one day. How should we say it? How to say give us back? We have to do it already, to start to act. And I'm saying that the time came. This is the prophetic word. The time of the church starts, and we have to do it already. Now we are fully understanding this, and we're gonna start to act, to enter into our function as a secure organization here in the land, that's securing the people, the nation. And then we will see what the Lord will do. And I believe that this year is a year that many people are gonna come back to God. I believe that God has His plan for this year, and He's gonna bring many people back to Him. In your city, between your people. Give the respect to God. We have the mission. So today we took 3 important things. The first one, we have to uncover the kingness of the devil. Through this, that we are not just talking in the spirit, we are open this to people, and we are telling them the truth, that the Antichrist is ready to come. We have the function of Joanne, to make the way of Jesus ready. Our mission that many people and more people gonna be written in the book of the life. The church have to go to the mission, the function of the salvation, to bring the salvation to the people as a secured organization, to be a salvation and to give this to people that's gonna move the people up to the heaven, to God. People are walking today with their eyes down, looking down more than they looking up. The church is praying for them and making them to look up to God, for the people to remember that there is God. And this is gonna give him a hope. We don't want to live between people in society that lost their hope, because those people doesn't have what to lose. And this is the worst. Remember this. A person that doesn't have what to lose is the worst, is the most dangerous people in the world. We need to go into this function. We are getting this function, this mission, as a church and as each of us. We are saying that we are a church. Not this building, not this room. We are a church, and each of us has a mission from you. And we are going into this. We're getting this from how John Baptist was doing. We want to keep, to build your way, to make your way ready. Instead, what they're doing for the devil, for the Antichrist, we're gonna build your kingdom. We're gonna keep stay in praise as your security in the morning and in the evening. We're gonna call to your salvation. We want to be those people that bringing your respect to this land. With the angel Michael, we're calling to the angel, to the minister of Israel, the minister of Israel. We are calling to the angel to this land, and we're gonna do it for us to do in this land everything that we were supposed to. And we're getting the power of setting free. And we're saying we're gonna set people free, and we're gonna take what's stolen from us. We're telling, give us back. We're gonna take everything that he stole from us. Everything that he lied, blind. We are taking this blindness from the church, the blindness from the body Christ, for people not to close their eyes from the reality, and we're gonna be jealous more about. We're gonna be burning fire, and we're gonna bring the word of you with the holy angels. We're gonna, with the church of God in this land, we are open our spirit. We are saying that my house is today in the mission. We're putting our house. My car is in the mission of God. My life is in the mission of God. This house is the mission of God. Our church is the mission of God. Security organization, moving by the heavens. It's the bride of God. Not ugly, not a strong God, a strong Jesus. We are sorry that we are paying attention to ourselves too much, focusing on ourselves. Forgive us that we were doing this more than we know that our names are wrote in the book of the life, but there is so many names. People that lost them hope, people that hurt, that pain, that their name are not written in the book. We're taking the mission as a church, and we're gonna pray for many people to be saved. They will be written in the book of the life. We are taking this prayer on ourselves. As Aharon was doing, we are putting this into our heart. Think about those people in your life that are not salvated by God. Think about these names and say, God, I'm taking time and I want to pray for them, for the salvation for those people, because I want those people to be salvation. I want that this name gonna be written in the book, in your book. We're taking this mission. We're gonna move up a kingdom that's coming from the heaven. We're gonna build your kingdom. We're taking the mission. We're giving everything we have in our life for the mission of my family, my house, the mission of my time, my car, my nights, my days. Everything is for the mission. We want to wake up and to think about you. And I'm walking to say, give us back. And the church will take everything that was robbed and stole from her. Everything that was stolen. Give the power of the church to be more strong. We all gonna have the mission with position. Wherever you're gonna come, you will say word that's gonna set free people and give hope to people. That's gonna set up people free and bringing life instead of death. We'll keep doing and keep ready your way. We're taking this like John the Baptist was doing. We're putting our legs in the river of our territories. When the priest were supposed to cross the Jordan River. They took the holy thing, and then the Jordan was opened for two pieces because the legs of them were inside the water. We're taking our mission of this church, and we're putting this on our shoulder, and we're going with our feet to the river, and the river gonna open, and we're gonna come to the Holy Land, to Promised Land. We're gonna stand. Our Lucifer is making ready his kingdom. We know that many of Israel's people gonna be written in the life book. Many people will be salvation. The church will bring this word to the people. That our voices and our praying, our praise that we are bringing this to you. You already heard them. You are listening to your people. You are listening for the voice of your bride that is calling you from the land and waiting for your answers. You put on the walls of Jerusalem for not to stop in the night and in the day, until Jerusalem will be with respect in the land. We will not stop to pray. We are asking, our Holy, come to us with more fire, with the spirit of the freedom. Give us this back to us, stronger, the mission, the power. Doesn't matter where we're gonna go, wherever we're gonna come to, the river is gonna move for us and gonna come. Salvation of you and blessing that this time will not be blind and deaf. It will be people, champions, that really gonna be raised up by you with the spirit of the setting free, that bringing this to the nation, to these people. Give the respect to God. God calling you to your mission. To your mission. Say to him yes. Say to God yes. We're giving everything to your mission. And we're putting our roots as a church. A church that lost her mission. Restart the churches that lost the mission. We are praying for them. We are praying for the body of the Christ. Those people who lost the mission, that took out the focus from Jesus, that was no focus on Jesus. They were care about themselves too much, about themselves. Let those churches to wake up, those people to wake up. Let them eyes to be open, and they will understand the mission. They will take it, and they will be the instrument in every nation will stand up champions, people and churches that will be in the mission of God. Pray in your languages. Take from the heavens the blessing. Thank you, Jesus, for this that you come in here, that you're giving this to us, that you are filling us with new breath of life.
Hallelujah. Пусть помазание течет. Прими огонь и помазание. Чтобы ты мог сказать: я помазан Богом на миссию. Я помазан духом избавления. В устах моих слово искупления. Избавь меня, Господь, от всех предрассудков. Избавь меня, Господь, от неуверенности.
Take out from me the thing that I'm not sure.
Дай мне быть уверенным.
Let me be sure.
И делать уверенные шаги.
And to make sure steps.
Аллилуйя. Я помазан тобой. Просто скажи: я помазан тобой. Я помазан тобой.
I'm alloyed by you.
Я помазан тобой. Тебя ждут великие дела.
Big things are waiting for you.
Великие дела.
Big acts.
Церковь Божья.
The Church of God.
В эти стрёмные, темные, тяжелые
In those
времена
hard
тебя ждут
times,
великие дела.
It's waiting for you.
И Бог говорит: тебя ждут великие дела.
God saying this to you.
Аллилуйя, воздай Богу
Give the
славу.
respect to Him.
Тебя ждут великие дела.
Waiting for you, big things.
Спасибо, Иисус.